Hello my beautiful weebs and welcome back to another video. Today Otaku Sensei will be recommending the top 10 action anime where the main character is overpowered, badass, and strong, part 2, with 100% non-mainstream. If you're new here and happen to enjoy this sort of content, then please don't forget to subscribe as well as turn on the notification bell. And for the people who are already subbed and like the video before it actually starts, know that we appreciate you. Also, we've been partnered with Gamersupps, so if you guys want to buy waifu cups or energy drink mix, make sure to use code OTAKU at the link in the description, and it would be great if you guys follow Otaku Sensei on Twitter. That being said, let's start this video. We kickstart this list with Zammed Lost Memories. I really hope I said that right, but if I didn't, feel free to have at me in the comments. Anyways, Senten Island exists in a state of dreamlike tranquility, surrounded by the Yuden Sea, cut off from the war between the northern government and the southern continent free zone. Akiyuki Takehara lives on Senten Island along with his mother Fusa. Despite his mother's strained relationship with his father Ryuzo, the town doctor, the bond between father and son remains strong. One day, the island's tranquility is shattered when Akiyuki, along with his best friends Haru and Furiichi, are caught up in an explosion on a school bus caused by a mysterious pale white-haired girl named Nazuna. The explosion produces a mysterious light which enters Akiyuki's arm and a blue gem appears. With no time to understand what has happened and a brief exchange between Nazuna and Akiyuki, Akiyuki is transformed into a creature called Zammed. As Zammed, Akiyuki uses his newfound powers to fight off monstrous invading forces to save Haru, only to be stopped by a mysterious girl who offers him a choice. Come with her and live, or stay and turn to stone. Not much of a choice. Accepting her offer, Akiyuki embarks on a journey of discovery that will take him to new lands and help him understand the connection between himself and the world of Zammed. In 9th place we have Samurai Girls. The series takes place in an alternate version of Japan called Great Japan, in an alternate timeline where the Tokugawa shogunate remained active and has remained isolated from the rest of the world. The story takes place at the Buo Academic School, an academy located at the base of Mount Fuji where children of military families train to become samurai warriors, and that sounds way cooler than my college. The academy is in the middle of a power struggle between Yukimura Sanada and Matabe Goto of the Toyotomi faction and the powerful student council that rules the school, and Muniakira Yagyu, the owner of the Yagyu Dojo, and the mysterious Jubei Yagyu are dragged in the middle of the conflict. The series features famous historical figures from Japan's Sengoku period and early Edo period. The character Charles d'Artagnan also comes from the same age in Europe, and I also don't know if I said that right, but we move. In 8th place we have Kuromukuro. 450 years prior to the present, an extraterrestrial force called Effie Dorg invades Earth. The people of the Sengoku-era Japan dub their mecha and robotic drones as Oni. The Washiba clan falls victim to them, but their clan heir Yukihime and her samurai retainer Kinosuke Tokisada Oma fight back with a stolen Effie Dorg mecha, which they dub the Black Relic. They succeed in vanquishing their foes, but when the Black Relic is caught in an enemy explosion, Yukihime disappears. 60 years ago, the Black Relic is unearthed during the construction of the Kurobe Dam. In the present day, the United Nations Kurobe Laboratory is researching it when Effie Dorg returns. Yukina Shirahane, daughter of the United Nations Kurobe Laboratory Director, that is a lot of words, accidentally reactivates the cockpit module of the Black Relic, releasing Kinosuke from cryostasis. Aided by Yukina's family and the United Nations Kurobe Laboratory in adjusting to life in the 21st century, he stands against Effie Dorg's invasion of Earth just as he did in his home era. As the Black Relic is the most effective weapon the United Nations Kurobe Laboratory has against the Effie Dorg technology, Kinosuke becomes one of their most valuable assets. Due to an accident, Yukina is biometrically synchronized with the Black Relic, and as it requires a pilot and a navigator, Yukina thus becomes Kinosuke's combat partner. In 7th place we have Blade of the Immortal. Manji is an infamous swordsman in feudal Japan who is known as the 100-Man Killer, as he has killed 100 innocent men. However, there is something far more frightening than his ominous reputation: the fact that he is immortal. This is the handiwork of 800-year-old nun Yaobikuni, who places bloodworms capable of healing almost any wound in Manji's body. To atone for his crimes, Manji resolves to kill 1,000 evil men. Yaobikuni agrees to this proposal, saying that if he succeeds, she will undo his curse of immortality. Soon after this promise, Manji meets Ren Asano, a 16-year-old girl who requests Manji's assistance in killing those who slaughtered her parents. Initially reluctant, Manji refuses Ren's desperate plea. However, owing to her evident lack of strength, Manji changes his mind and agrees to protect Ren for 4 years. With this partnership set in stone, the two embark on a perilous journey of bloodshed, vengeance, and redemption, each to fulfill their own life's cause. In 6th place, we have Laughing Under the Clouds. In the dawn of the Meiji period, the Goku Manjo, an inescapable prison, has been established in the middle of an enormous lake to counter the soaring crime rates the new era has brought. Serving as the ferrymen are the famous Kumo brothers, the eccentric family head, Tenka, the reckless but noble second son, Soromaru, and the guileless youngest, Chutaro. In spite of their grim work, the three lead relatively peaceful lives in their ever-cloudy town of Omi, together with their housekeeper, Shirasu. But buried in the long history of Omi is the legend of the terrifying Orochi, a serpentine beast that awakens every 300 years in a human vessel. Unbeknownst to Soromaru and Chutaro, the actual job of the Kumo family is to seal the Orochi away before it fully revives, or the world will be plunged into destruction. Amid the monster's next resurrection, the Kumo family must find the resolve to keep laughing under the clouds. In 5th place, we have Gangsta. Nicholas Brown and Warwick Arcangelo, known in the city of Ergastelum as the Handymen, are mercenaries for hire who take on jobs no one else can handle. Contracted by powerful mob syndicates and police alike, the Handymen have been ready and willing for anything. After completing the order of killing a local pimp, the Handymen add Alex Benedetto, a prostitute also designated for elimination, to their ranks to protect her from forces that want her gone from the decrepit hellhole of the city she has come to call home. However, this criminal's paradise is undergoing a profound period of change that threatens to corrode the delicate balance of power. Ergastelum was once a safe haven for Twilights, superhuman beings born as the result of a special drug but are now being hunted down by a fierce underground organization. This new threat is rising up to challenge everything the city stands for, and the Handymen will not be able to avoid this coming war. In 4th place, we have Grand Blue Fantasy, the animation. Catalina, a lieutenant of the Empire, seeks to escape one of their airships with the experimental subject, Lyria. An accident results in them landing on an island, where Lyria is discovered by Gran, a young local who has trained with the sword. As he fights off the Empire soldiers pursuing Lyria, he's eventually joined by Catalina. When the opposition becomes too fierce to handle, Gran dies at the claws of a Hydra, only to be brought back to life by Lyria, who combines her effort with Gran's to summon a dragon that drives off the Imperial forces. Now Gran's life force is split with Lyria, so he must go where she goes. That's not a problem for him, since he was planning to go on a journey to seek out his absent father anyway. In 3rd place, we have The Silver Guardian. The story follows a high school student and intense gamer, Suigen Riku, as he attends the prestigious Shinryo Private Academy, a school for the elite and the wealthy. However, Suigen is anything but. In fact, he's very poor and has to work many part-time jobs just to pay for his tuition. One day while he is working a pool cleaning job, one of his many jobs, he sees a cat drowning, and without hesitation, he jumps in to save the cat. To much surprise, it turns out he can't swim either, and flails around drowning. Luckily, a girl came by the name of Rei Riku and saves him. He didn't know this, but she was the daughter of the game developer that created his favorite game. He also meets another girl, a new friend he meets in Dungeon Century, his favorite online RPG. However, when it is announced that the game is scheduled to shut down, he is heartbroken to know that his adventures with her are coming to a close. However, after the game is shut down, he finds out that she and Rei Riku are the same person. Who would have saw that coming? Later, he receives a new game to replace Dungeon Century, a tomb raiding game called Gravebuster. But when Rei is suddenly kidnapped, Suigen is pulled inside Gravebuster to save her. In 2nd place, we have Kiba. Zed, a 15-year-old boy who lives in a city called Calm, is frustrated by his current situation in life. He feels that somewhere out there is a place where he can live more fully. One day, at the invitation of a mysterious wind, he dives into a space-time crevice, or portal, seeking the answers that might be there. Riding on the wind, he is transported to a war-torn world where magic users called shardcasters fight endlessly with each other, using spells in the form of marble-like shards. He is transported to a country known as Templar. With the power of the shards, the shardcasters are able to use spells and control monsters called spirits. Fascinated by the power, Zed aims to become a shardcaster. However, he still doesn't know that residing in his body is a 𝐴 Gao, a mighty spirit with the power to influence the world's future. 𝐴milgał is one of the key spirits that, when together with the other key spirits, can destroy or save the world. There are a total of 6 key spirits: 𝐴milgał, Pronymo, Satura, Monody, Dynamis, and Shadin. Zed undergoes countless trials in order to find out who he really is and what is most important to him. And we have Hamatura the animation at number 1. The ability to create miracles is not just a supernatural phenomenon. It is a gift which manifests in a limited number of human beings. Minimum, or small miracles, are special powers that only selected people called minimum holders possess. The detective agency Yokohama Troubleshooting, or Hamatura for short, is composed of the minimum holder PI duo, 𝐼ᴏ and Murasaki. Their office is at a lone table at Cafe Nowhere, where the pair and their co-workers await new clients. Suddenly, the jobs that they begin to receive seem to have strange connections to the serial killer whom their friend Art, a police officer, is searching for. The murder victims share a single similarity: they are all minimum holders. 𝐼ᴏ and Murasaki as holders themselves are drawn to the case. But what exactly is the link between 𝐼ᴏ and the one who orchestrates it all? This video ends here, and I want to especially say thank you to all those people who support us through Patreon and channel membership. Also, make sure to follow Otaku Sensei on social media for update related things, and remember to use code OTAKU at GamerSupps, link in the description. We hope you enjoyed this list as well as got introduced to new shows. If you did, then leave a like, share with your buddies, and like always, subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, try to keep the comments section wholesome. Peace out.